I think that there's a disbelief that young dads just don't care, that they're not involved, that they're not present, that they're busy doing their own thing. That's actually messed up.
That's how it is, that the dads just live their life while their females just take care of the babies. And when it's just a lot that, people be dealing with, man-wise and female-wise. So everybody deal with their own demons and problems every day. So if people can understand that, then they hopefully can balance a lot of things out too.
Man, that's good, man.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You listening to the What I Know Now podcast about life inside the juvenile justice system and what it's like to turn things around after. I'm Bilal Al-Rayed, and I've been through it.
And my name is Cole Williams. I am an advocate, a father, and I entered into the Juvenile Detention Center because my son was there. We're going to sit down with young men and young women who've been through the juvenile justice system, just like Bilal. And we'll talk about how they got in, how they got out, and what they know now.
We're here to break down those walls, have some raw conversations, and hopefully change some lives along the way. Let's get into it.
I have Shanda Vaughn with me, who will be my co-host for this episode, and we are with Mr. Anthony Flakes.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
It's going good. It's going good. Yeah,
good. Listen, man, so I haven't seen you in a while. Miss Shanda, I don't think you've seen Anthony in a while, right?
It's been a minute.
It's
14
been a minute.
years almost.
14 years?
About 10, 11 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So last time I was in juvenile, that was about 14 through 16. Oh, no, that was not long ago. So it was about 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Anthony, do this for us. Tell us a little bit about what you've been up to since the last time we've seen you.
Well, last time I seen you, Cole, we just had, I just been working, trying to stay out the way, take care of my kids. I have 2 kids now.
Okay.
I'm a 4-year-old boy and a 5-year-old little girl, Mayana and Michael. They're my babies. I love them. So I've just been taking care of them recently. I've been working 2 jobs now.
Okay.
I've been trying to, stay out the way recently, been dealing with a lot of pressure just in general with life, bills and stuff, dealing with all of that. So I've just been trying to, cope with it every day and deal with it every day.
Okay. He said bills.
Yeah. That adulting is real, huh?
Yeah, that definitely hit me. Like, I always thought it was a joke as a kid until I see it for sure. Then it stacks up in the piles and you just got to deal with them one.
Yeah.
One by one.
So, Anthony, tell us how old you are.
I'm 24 years old.
Okay.
Gemini, June 11th. So
okay.
Make sure they all know that. Team Gemini.
And you are a father.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your fatherhood journey. What age were you when you became a dad?
When I first became a father, I was 19. So I was a little nervous, when it came to see the test, like, you're pregnant. I'm like, this, it's going to be like a new step to me because, I didn't have like my father in my life. So I didn't know if I'd be the wrong dad, if I do anything wrong.
Okay.
If I would fail as in where I feel like he failed in. So I just, I kind of did research and looked up, like I had other father members around me, people I can say like I looked at them as fathers and stuff. Yeah. But so I kind of looked at them and I kind of took that as in this is how go on to come raise my children and stuff like that. So when it came, my first baby, my little girl, when she came, that was I was like, I didn't want no girl to be my first kid, So that right there was a really eye show, man. It made me slow down in life a lot. So it made me slow down. I have a little girl who looks after me. Okay. So I had to adapt to, raising a little girl, because I had to adapt to being around my baby all day, every day now. So I'm like, okay, this is new to me, dealing with the little baby, the crying every night, waking up, wanting to eat the bottles, the burping them, everything, everything was kind of so it was, like I said, it was all new to me. So I was kind of trying to, kind of scared, every little thing I was scared about. Is she good? Can we do this? Is something got to worry about? So and then my second babies came, I kind of was used to it now. So I kind of had, 2 years on me now on my first baby. So so second was born. So I'm like, okay, I know what to do now. And I'm used to it now. I know how to take care of a little baby. Then that's when they start getting from the baby age to toddler age to now to going to school age. so that now it's changing now. So now it's like I'm seeing a reflection of me growing older now. So things that they doing, I'm seeing me doing. So I'm like, I just gotta just be there for them, let them know that I love them, and that. And I feel they love, so I know that they love me.
You feel they love.
I feel they love. That's a good love. I love that.
Okay.
Awesome. What does it feel like being? Because you said you didn't want a girl for your first baby. Why?
Yeah, because I didn't want a girl because how I used to treat females. That's the old me. So I used to treat them, and I feel bad for it. So I didn't want I didn't know how to like raise a female. So like I raised around females, so I know like how to treat a female. I just didn't know how to like raise a female. I didn't know like what I can do wrong, what I can do right. Like what is she looking at? Like what can I have around her? Like so things like that. So I had to learn that. That was kind of like nervous for me. Now I didn't want her to see certain things. So I didn't want her because I don't want her to even see certain things now. She can know that I don't want it to be the best perfect image for her because I'm her first love. I'm the first person she wakes up and say she loves to. So I got to make sure that I'm showing her the right way so that when she get older, she looking for a man that at least she can look like, he's like my dad. He's like looking. Don't look for traits in me. Like just like something like that. Just look for something good in the person that your dad showed you. So that was just nervous for that. I didn't want to do nothing wrong when I come into raising her. Like I felt like if I had a little boy at first, I know it's a dumb boy. So I know, it's always about how I feel at that time. It was always about make sure he's fierce, make sure he's feist, make sure he's talk about his feelings, you can talk about everything. Yeah. And when the girl came, I was like, oh snap! So now I gotta reverse my thinking. Right? I wasn't thinking about the female. I was thinking about her part. So now I got the best of both worlds now. So now I'm just dealing with both of them.
Okay,
and I love it.
Yeah. So let's go back a little bit, right? Because this podcast is really around what I know now. What have you learned? Well, so tell me a little bit about can you take us back to your experiences as it relates to being involved in the juvenile justice system?
Yeah,
and one of the reasons why I asked that, one of the reasons why I asked that is because both Shanda and I both worked there. But this podcast is really about finding out what it was like being in those spaces. So can you talk to us a little bit about what your journey was like in the juvenile justice system?
Yeah, I remember my first time going to juvenile, it wasn't as I seen on TV, people finna be beating you up and stuff like that. This is all new to me. So going through the system, I was just thinking that was gonna be an in and out process. It's kind of once you go in as a juvenile, it's kind of hard to get out the system. And I feel like the whole juvenile system, that's all I've been through the juvenile system. So I wasn't able to live a young life because I've been in and out the system. My first time going in, I already did 75 days for a first time going in, supposed to sit. Well, had a bond already, supposed to get out, never got out. So sitting there, being around new people around them is basically that's where I a couple of my friends now, that's where I met them from juvenile. So I met a couple of good guys from juvenile, actually starting up to grow. And it's actually just an experience where just around a bunch of boys who just feel like that being around other boys, they just feel like that I can help them out with communicating with others, communicating overcoming a problem. I don't know how to say it for real, how I'm thinking about it, but it's
how old were you?
I was 14, my 14. First time going there. Yeah,
okay.
I was 14 when I seen, I'm this is new to me, behind locked doors, closing doors. I'm so you just supposed to speak four walls for forever, 24 hours in a day. You come out, 2 hours to watch movies or to go eat lunch or to have your little room time, or you got groups we have every Friday, or I believe it was Saturday we had every group, or Fridays we had them. So we had certain fun times and stuff. But real, it was just being incarcerated, just being alone in your cell and just looking at the walls, just really just talking to yourself, reading books, educating yourself. So that was just this is how it is in here. So.
Okay. So you were there at 14. Then you did 75.
I did 75 days for my first time, just swinging on bond, my first case swinging on bond. 75 days got out, and then this is when I feel like I was stuck in the system. Now I'm going back to back now. So now this is my second home now. So I got there one time, now I'm back. I get out, I'm back the next week. I'm get out, I'm back the next week. I just had a problem. I just feel like that I couldn't break at the young age. Just feel like that. I just kept being locked up. I don't know why I was in there for.
How long were you on probation, would you say?
Probation. Right about 3 years.
3 years.
3 years juvenile probation. And then I didn't even complete probation. Actually, they just got to the point of okay, now you're going to turn to an adult. We can't do nothing with you at that point. So we're going to just let you off probation. If you catch any kids while you're adult, then the adults would deal with you at that point.
Okay.
Yes, I was. I just had a hard time dealing with authority at that time. So everything they'll tell me to do, I wouldn't listen. So curfews they're giving me, I'll break curfews. Telling me no smoking, I'll smoke, and just everything like that. So I just feel like that it wasn't in their hands no more. So they just let it go. Okay, we'll let the adults deal with you now. And then now I went to jail a couple of times after that. So it's dang, like it's like stuck in there once you get in there.
What motivated you, inspired you, or like what clicked for you to be like I'm
this
done
is
with
it.
this?
Like what clicked, what stopped me was my children. When I had my daughter, when I had her at 19, like around the time before I had her, I was still, still out here roaming, doing things, still getting in trouble. But when I had her there, I'm like, okay, now I don't want to get time taken away from my children for me being locked up. Which can cause time getting taken away from your children. So that made me slow down a little bit. And it made me just realize that, time is precious. We don't have that much time on here. That's why we're here. So enjoy the time when you can and live your life to the moment. So that made me, slow down. Even though I ain't slowed down yet. That was probably about a couple, like last year. I ain't been in jail probably about a couple months now. But last time I've been in there, I realized like, I'm not coming back to this no more. Like, there's no point of me messing up my future. You're just taking time away from my babies.
Yeah, yeah. So we got a young dad program that supports young fathers. Talk to me a little bit about what that was like because we know each other from Jew, but we also know each other from the jail.
Yeah. So
what was that like?
When I first seen the program, I was in the window like, Cole, let me get up in there. What's going on in there? Anything to get me up out the cell, anything to get me out the room. And I figured out, you had a little young dad program, something you always been talking about since I've known you for. Yeah. So when I got up in there, I meet all the new young dads and people who the first time becoming a dad. So I'm just learning the experience, and I'm just learning like new people, and I'm just getting used to the fatherhood. Like before, like I used to, like how I was before, like when I first met you, I was like, yeah, you're a fatherhood to me. Look up to you as a father. So when I came to that program, it was actually like an eye opener. Like it was helping me become more of a father to my kids, to like looking at the things that you bring into the table. Like this is like things I can use at the home to me become a better father too, if I felt like I was lacking in the areas. So when I seen you bringing stuff that can help me out, that was helping me out a lot. So.
Yeah.
What are some of the biggest challenges you faced as a young father?
Some of the biggest challenges, I probably just dealing with the mama.
Yeah, that's a real.
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
Yeah, that's about. And then dealing with the mama, and then me want to do what I want to do, but knowing I have kids at home that's looking for me to come back home. So that's probably like a big challenge for me.
I love it. How have you worked to overcome those challenges?
I have worked overcoming it by just. I've been putting wants and needs to the side recently, so I've been trying to like figure out, what I want out of life and what I need out of life. So I know, so that's how I've been covering it. So I've been thinking like, okay, maybe just sit down and work, because I love my baby. So I just been working. So just being working and just going with them. So that's how I overcome it.
What's your thoughts about a man being a provider and a man being present in his children's lives? Is it one overarching the other, or is it both the same? How do you balance being a young father working while at the same time trying to be present? Yeah.
So that is a problem too, like I be dealing with too. So my kids, sometimes I leave them to the sitter, they'll cry, but like, no, don't go to work, Daddy. Stay for a couple longer time. I'll be like, dang, like, I'm with y'all every day, so I gotta go to work and get the money, gotta provide for the family. But it's like, at one point I was thinking like, I can provide for them, while you take care of them, like to the mama, like just let me, long as I can provide for them and you can take care of them. That was bad for me to think like that, because I didn't feel like that. I was feeling like that me providing was just good, but the whole time that the kids just want me in their presence and they just wanted to know that they feel love from me. But I didn't understand that because I didn't have my father in my life, so I didn't know the presence about having to being present in your kid's life. So I didn't know about that feeling. So when it started, I just, I'll buy the things, buy everything, you just take care. Let me just go to work and you just take care of them. But now it's like, it's on both of us now, split households now. So now it's like you got to do both of the parts now, like provide and take care of. So I still been working on that, actually. Still been working on that, trying to balance it all out without working every day, because I feel like I've been working every day.
Yeah. I remember when I was a young dad, I just thought, work. If you work, everybody have what they need. I'm the best father in the world. But I think just listening to you, man, man, years ahead of me in terms of that, because there are so many men that don't think that way. They've been conditioned to believe that if I just provide, if I give you something and give you things, then that's I'm doing my job as a dad. But I mean, those intangible
that's
things
how I used to think. I used to think like that. Like if I just buy my babies everything they want, they'll have everything. Yes, they'll have everything, but they don't have that love from you.
Yeah.
They don't feel that from you. So I had to learn that, and it took me some time to learn that. And once I learned that, that's all I've been doing is giving time for that.
I love it. I love it. Having spoke about those challenges, what kind of support do you believe like young fathers like yourself need in order to be successful? Like to kind of alleviate some of that pressure, or
I feel like the type of help we could receive is like other young fathers who, if we see other young fathers, like if we get into like a whole group of young fathers and we all work together with our kids and we all got the support, if young fathers can come together with their babies and maybe they can support each other, like how we come together when we want to go link up and play the games or anything, what if we come together and all link up with our babies to support each other so we can always be there for each other? So that can be a lot of help, right? Like that.
Why?
Because I feel like that young fathers don't have that help from like other males. So they always got to get the help from either the parents, the mothers, the sisters, the TTs, or the other parents. But if young fathers can get help from other young fathers, and that can balance it all out.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's definitely
so
powerful.
like a support group for young fathers.
Yeah, that is young fathers.
That are young fathers, right?
That can help each other out.
I like that.
Yeah, hey. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
We've been talking about
I love
it.
that.
Have some guys that have kids. We know we be looking up. We be going to the park with the kids. We be bringing them around each other. Then I be letting them know like, yeah, we finna let's go to the movies with the kids today, or this barbecue and stuff like that. They be like, yeah, let's do it. So we be doing that, and they be telling me us like they struggles about like not having like like no sitters for them to watch while they go to work, or if they have a sitter, then they sitter have other plans they have to do. So I be like, oh, your baby like my baby, so I can watch him for a couple of hours, or he can watch mine for a couple of hours. So we be helping each other out. So I feel like that's a lot for somebody to get help from another father.
It's rare that you even hear that kind of dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. Especially for a man.
Yeah, that fathers are reaching out to each other for like childcare.
Yeah,
like what?
You can bring your baby, come over. Yeah, you can baby come sit for a few hours while you go to work. Like, go get your money, bro. I know how it is, bro. Like, they know how it is. Like with me. Like their mother, I deal with her, and we be arguing. I'm like, okay, you don't want to pick him up today? Okay, I gotta go to work. Okay, well, my boy gonna come help me out. He gonna come, yeah, bro, come on, I got my baby over, and then his sister got her baby. So we all like a family. So family.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Man, you're defying these ideologies around dads, right? Because there's this framing that says that only moms worry about these kind of things, that these aren't things that dads and young dads are definitely not worried about.
Yeah.
So you're bringing attention to something I think is really important, because I think that there's a disbelief that young dads just don't care, that they're not involved, that they're not present, that they're busy doing their own thing.
That's actually messed up. That's how it is, that some females feel like that the dads just live their life while their females just take care of the babies and don't live their life, or they get to live their life on the weekends whenever you come get the kids type stuff like that. When it's just a lot that, people be dealing with man-wise and female-wise. So everybody deal with their own demons and problems every day. So if people can understand that, then they hopefully can balance a lot of things out too.
Man, that's good, man. That's good.
What are your thoughts around, because you shared earlier that you have separate households now.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts, your perspective about co-parenting?
Co-parenting, that's kind of like crazy, actually. Like when you start to make a baby, then things don't work out, and then now y'all raising two different households. That's like just kind of was unexpectedly. So it's kind of unexpected, but when it happened, it was just like, okay, this is how it's gonna work out. I'm gonna get them these couple of days, you get them this couple of days every week, and then let's see how this works out. And then now it's you calling me during the week because you need me to come and get them now, or you need me to call me to the work, you need this from me or something like that. So it's like, dang, like even for me to call her during the week. So it's like problems that cause for both of us. So it's like that's really complicating, like the co-parenting, because 2 different households. Because you got your own things to do at your household, she got her own things to do at her household. So when y'all made this set schedule to get them on certain days, and then when it don't work out, and then now starting arguments, and then now it's starting court problems, and then so man, if you want to have kids, make sure you just lay down with the one you want to stay with forever. Just make sure.
What I used to tell y'all, you gotta take the time to get to know a person, because if you have an oops moment with someone that you really don't know that well, that can be for 18 years plus.
Yeah, that's a long oops.
That's a long oops, right? So.
Yeah, 18 years plus.
Yeah, no, listen, I got a 28-year-old
parenting is
now.
28.
Yeah, man, it continues.
Yeah.
Parenting is lifelong. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you a question, man. How have your children inspired you?
They inspire me to be a better me every day, because every day they look at me as like I'm a superhero. So like I take care of everything for them. So if I can't do it, then I feel like that I'm messed up. They feel like I failed them or something. So they inspire me to achieve everything that I can. Like anything is possible. Like I try to let my babies know anything is possible. Always keep your mind open for it. Better.
I notice you don't say children, you say my babies.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me a little bit about why you use that versus children?
I don't really know. It's just like it's just a speech the way I use it. It's just like the love I have for them. It's like, you know, unconditional love for them. So I just love them like a lot. And I don't know where I would be without them. I don't know how. Yeah, for real, I don't know where I would be. I'd probably be back in and out without them right now, because they keep me balanced. They keep me. They the love that they give me, that's unconditional love, and that's a feeling that I love.
Man, listen, you are knocking this out the ballpark.
I'm just like, you are just killing the game right now, Anthony, and that's awesome.
Man,
and how do you? Well, first of all, you should be proud of yourself.
Absolutely.
First of all.
Thank you.
Be proud of yourself because of the stuff that you went through, and just look at you now, right?
Yeah.
Like you're displaying responsible fatherhood, and you're displaying the unconditional love as a parent. Like you can feel your energy. Like when you talk about your kids, you came in the first thing and was like, look, I can show you a picture. And you know what I mean? Like that's pretty dope, because, you know, that's what parents, I feel,
that's what they
supposed to do. And that's what they do, right? And so I'm just thinking, how do you want to shape the lives of your babies, as you call them, and guide them as they grow?
I just want them to learn from my mistakes. So like, things that I did growing up that I feel like that I had to do to survive. I don't want them to go through that, because, you know, this is a surviving world. I just want them to know that they dad always have them, that somebody always got them there, and it's me if it's nobody else. So I just want them just to shape. I'm gonna shape it off of that I'm always gonna be there to help them.
And do you think that your situation would be different if you would have had you?
Yeah.
As a boy.
So if I would have had like my father, the dad I wanted. So like I feel like things would have been different for me. So I probably feel like that since I don't have them now, so I'm going much harder now. So I feel like that, because I don't want to feel like I'm failing at anything when it comes to being a parent, because I don't know what's making a parent feel what's not, besides not being in their life and present in their life.
Yeah.
When you have nothing else to do.
That's good.
I like that. And so thinking about being a father, when you first had that girl and you had to flip it, versus how you are as a father now, what was that like?
It was just like a starting moment. It was just like, oh, I'm new to this. Okay, so now I just got to worry about changing diapers, you know, wiping them, changing diapers, burping them, eating them, make sure that they good, food in their back and food in their mouth, and then clothes on their back. So that's now. So all I have to worry about. Then shaping them now was 4, and I'm a father now. Now I got to make sure that how they doing in school. Make sure I'm teaching them good. Make sure I'm reading to them. I'm helping them learn. That's the thing with me, like helping them with things at school. Now they're in school now, so I'm helping them with their numbers and their alphabets and stuff and the colors and stuff now. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing it the right way, that they're actually learning from it.
How do you feel about that? Like, how does that make you feel?
It's just making me feel like that I'm getting old. I feel like you feel like I'm getting old now. Like I'm raising babies now. I'm raising me. I'm raising mini me's.
Mini yous.
Yeah,
now
mini
understand, they say, your children come back through. You come back through your children 100-fold.
Yeah.
What are you expecting?
My kids are sweet, so I was actually a sweet kid too. I'm still a sweet person now though. So my kids are so when I see that behavior, it just makes me feel like that. It's a kind of a cruel world, so I don't want them to be involved in anything cruel in the world, because it's gonna make me feel sad about anything that. Sorry about that.
No, that's good.
No, that's good, honey. That's it.
Good.
Because that's real.
That's good. Even the fact that you said, I'm a good guy. I'm a sweet kid. Like, and the world has a tendency to sometimes rob you.
Yeah, just sweetness.
That.
I don't want them too vulnerable right now, and I don't want the world to take them for granted.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to let them know, like, talk on your emotions a lot. Talk to me if you have anything on your head, any problems you have to deal with. You can talk to me because
listen, we got to toast on that.
Come on.
We got to toast on that.
Because you breaking barriers, stereotypes, all that. Oh, do I need to take?
You teaching them
to express
numbers,
their emotions,
their ABCs. And to express their emotions.
Yeah, that's
why is that so important to you?
That's number one thing I never been talked about when I was growing up. And I was always been taught that men don't have to express their emotions. I always keep it to themselves and things like that, which sometimes I still do as I'm getting older, as I'm still adulting. And I still keep things to myself, certain things, but then things just hold on to me a lot. And then when time to let it go, it just crash out, and it'd be a whole bunch of BS. So I just let my kids know what's happening in your mind. Now I always speak on it. Your feelings always matter. Okay. So I wasn't raised like that. That your feelings matter. That men don't cry, things like that. My mom always told me if you want to cry, cry. But just the streets gonna tell you that men don't cry. School gonna tell you that. Your kid friends gonna tell you that. Other people gonna see that. So peer pressure is a lot. So you can fall into that. Trying to be a picture for somebody else.
Man. And let me tell you something I learned as a dad that took me a while to learn, and I just wonder what your thoughts about it is I used to think that I could just tell my kids what to do. Like, you just do this. Yeah. And if you do it this way, you're going to be good. And I soon discovered that they were paying attention to what I was saying. So when you say, hey, I want my babies to express themselves, I tell them to express themselves. And then one of my sons was like, Dad, I learned to shut down and not talk because you always shut down and stop talking.
When they see it.
So they saw me doing it. And even though I was saying, hey, express yourself, talk, I wasn't doing it. So I wonder for you, are you modeling what you're saying?
Yeah, so I'm trying to model what I'm saying. So it's kind of like that too. I don't want to feel like I'm a hypocrite though. Yeah. So for telling them to do some things and then I'm not doing it myself. So I be trying to work on it myself too. I recently just went to a therapy. So I recently got a therapist so I can work on talking and things like that.
Come on, let's talk.
Come on, man. Come on.
Just getting older now. He said he's
getting older.
Just getting older now. Starting to feel older too. So just trying to make sure I'm doing everything right, passing everything down right to them.
Wow.
The self-awareness that you are exhibiting right now.
Yeah, I've been getting older.
I don't want to say young, tender age of 24, but it has taken many adults decades to get to where you're at.
Decades.
And when I say I am proud of you, I mean that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And you really should be proud of yourself because it sounds like you are trying to be real intentional on establishing a new pathway for your legacy.
Yeah.
To be healthy, for your legacy to be happy, for your legacy to feel the love of a father.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to make
you
sure.
You are.
Yeah.
You're not even trying, man. You doing it.
You're doing it.
You're doing it.
You're doing that. So you can go to bed tonight and be like, yeah, I'm doing the darn thing.
I'm doing it.
Right? I am him. I am establishing a legacy for my kids to know that it's okay to have emotions, whether you're a boy or a girl. It's okay to be a father and be present in your children's lives, right? It's okay to take care of my mental health and my well-being so that I can be okay for my kids. Like, that's dope.
Thank you.
That is so dope.
What's so amazing that we get to do in this work is that we get to see you become.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, I don't even remember how old you were when I originally first met you.
No, I really don't remember.
You were in your teens, though. Like, were you in your teens?
I was 14. Yeah. I was 14. Because I met you like about 2 months after I started getting consistently going back to juvenile. Wow. That's when I got into the programs and then that was doing. Then that's when I met both of y'all, Miss Shanda and Cole. So it was nice meeting y'all.
To see.
Yeah, and then, you know, for me, it's just always humbling to see the evolution, right? Because I'm gonna be transparent. When I first started going to juvenile, I used to be like, what is going on with these children?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on with these children? Where are their parents at? Where is this and that? So judgmental.
Yeah.
I got humbled real quick. Look, and I mean, because the way that y'all used to express yourselves in our groups, like, and just the first time I heard one of you say, Miss Shanda, it's not necessarily our parents, because our parents teach us what we're supposed to do. It's our own choices, right?
Yeah.
And so, but to understand, like, when you start unpacking stuff and, like, the trauma, the struggle, the lack of self-love, the survival that you had to do, right? And to see you go through, persevere, endure, and then come out on the other side as a young father that's, you know, a productive citizen. Like, to see that evolution is just, it's one of the most rewarding for me. And now, like,
trying to lead by example.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, you know, we try our best to pour into them and, you know, give you tools, tips, and strategies to be successful citizens and productive people in the society. And then when you come back and then you recognize, you know what I mean? That's just pretty.
I do recognize.
But it's y'all. It's still you.
It's still you.
It's still you doing the work, right? Because back then you weren't trying to hear all.
Yeah.
You just wanted to play games and get some candy at the end of class. But it's, you know, it's just, it's cool though that you're willing, like you're being really intentional. You want to put that work in so that you can establish a different, you know, make a difference in your lifestyle. Children's life. Yeah, make a different norm, if that makes sense. Like, because your norm was different, but you want to establish a new norm that can be set in your legacy for your children.
Yes.
I love it.
My hope is that there'll be a young dad that will listen to this and will hear your interview, man. And my hope is that he will do exactly what you just said. Just keep going. Yeah.
You're doing good, so just keep going.
Yeah. We can take that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man, for joining us for the podcast.
Thank
your
you for
wisdom,
having me.
your life experience is important. It's necessary. And man, what you're doing as a father.
Thanks for sharing with us.
No problem. I'd love to share again.
Thank you for listening. Check out our programs on the Delta Project's website, thedeltaproject.co. And be sure to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.